Yeah, good morning everybody. Welcome to the studio. It is Tuesday, January 15th, and I am going to share another cool productivity tip. Now here's the good thing about this tip. I'm going to show you this in Adobe Premiere Pro. This will also work because the Adobe suite all operates the same in pretty much every other program that Adobe has, whether it's Audition or some of the others, where you can grab and you can create presets. Now it's in a different spot in a lot of them, but you can create, for example, in After Effects folders and do exactly what I'm going to show you today that helps me be more productive. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I get a lot of questions from people that are watching the vlog, like how do you create so much content so quickly? Instead of answering each individual person like, hey, this is how I do it, this is how I do it, I'm going to show you what I do and how I do it. Here we are, we're in Adobe Premiere Pro. This is a project I'm working on for a customer in Jamaica. And so first off, I work in the all panels. I'm looking at everything all at once. Occasionally I'll jump out into some of the more specifics. So for example, like color grading, if you click that tab, it'll open it up and give you a larger section for you to look at your scopes over here on the left. So if I want to look at the color grading and see how I'm doing on the color charts, I can do that. But typically I'm working in all panels because I can get to that if I want to by simply clicking the scopes there, and it's really not a lot different because when I click over here on Lumetri, then I've got all my color grading options. All panels is like the first tip for me. It's where I work, it's what I do. So if I open up my effects right here at drop down, this is all the effects that you can do in Adobe Premiere Pro. So think about, GarageBand, that's going to be like your delays and your echoes and whatever it is, or inside of After Effects, that's going to be all of your effects as well. It's nice that inside of Adobe, inside a lot of these softwares, you can search. So for example, if I wanted to search for a crop effect, so I wanted to crop something, I can type crop and find it. And that's fast enough, but it's a lot faster if you do something like this. It's crazy. You create a folder, and I'm just going to name this my favorites, because I put them all in one folder because I just want to go to one simple place and open up that one folder. So if I grab, let's say here, I have some presets from a YouTuber called Justin Odisho. He's got a preset pack, and I absolutely love this preset pack. It's super simple, you just drag and drop. He's got them all set up and done. These are a lot of the transitions and the whips and the pans and the things that I use. I use a lot the zoom in and the zoom out, so I'm going to grab both of those and I'm going to drag and drop that into my favorites, and notice it keeps it there. And even though this is a preset pack that I pulled in from a package of transitions and effects that Justin Odisho was selling, that I purchased, I can drag that in there. So I also use glitch vertical and glitch horizontal a lot. So I've got these four here that I like to use. So I'm gonna grab those. I can click here, here, here by holding down the command or control key, depending on what you're using, and just drag these down to the bottom. There we go. So I've got my glitches, I've got my zoom ins, then I can minimize that. I can come back up. I'm gonna close out my presets because those are the ones that I like to use. I also like to always use the constant gain, so I'll put that in my favorites. That's the audio, so if I want to fade in quickly or fade out quickly, I can do that. Okay, I also use a lot crop when I'm doing multi-layer compositing type stuff, so I'll drag and drop crop in there. Let's see, I am also utilizing often keying, so whenever I'm using green screen, I'll be honest, with green screen stuff, I will put that in a separate folder just for green screen so that I know I can click on that, and I can show you how that would work for me, because green screen, I've got a few things that I typically do in my workflow. So I'm going to name this bin green screen, and inside of green screen I am going to grab the ultra key, which is going to allow me to key out the greens. I'm going to grab the three-way color corrector, which allows me to do color correction so that I can fine tune what I'm doing in there. I also use crop because, well, sometimes you just want to crop an edge very clean and tidy. So I'll drag and drop crop in there. I also use opacity when I'm doing green screen work, and so the nice thing about opacity is I'm able to come over and grab the pen tool, and then I can draw out an area and it will allow me to just pick that area. So you can imagine if I was green screening and this might be the focal piece of what I want off that green screen, I can do that. Then I can feather that out a little bit so that's nice and soft on the edges. I can add points and handles and create curves, so on and so forth. So what I'm saying to you is that I don't always use the crop feature. There's lots of different ways that you can do that. I think you're getting the point. The point is that you create shortcuts within the software that you're using, which will enable you to do more quicker. The idea, the name of the game is shaving off 5 minutes here, 2 minutes there, 10 minutes there, 20 seconds here, 30 seconds there, and eventually you get to a place where I can plow through the work very quickly. So that's it for the tip and trick on this vlog. I'm not going to do this every single day, but occasionally, and I just had to scratch this one itch. So let me talk about what I was really thinking on last night, and that was being so focused on my goal that it looks like this.
Dive! Dive!
This is for my son.
It's a heat-seeking missile. Once you fire that missile and you set it on a goal, it chases that goal down until it achieves it. And that's how I want to view my positioning towards my goals. I want to be so laser focused that regardless of what gets in my way, I'm going to be tracking it down. I'm going to be finding it, and I'm going to be crushing it by doing very small things. So it's important to note that inside of that heat-seeking missile, it's making very small calculations on a consistent basis to move it towards its target. As your target moves left, you have to make an adjustment to move left. As your target moves right, you have to make an adjustment to move your target to the right, because your target is not a static place. Even your weight. I want to lose 20 pounds. Okay, good. Your first 10 might be pretty easy, actually. Once you start losing that first 10 pounds, that might be good. Then you hit this thing called the plateau. And that plateau means you have to adjust what you're doing because now the target is in a different place and it's going to require different actions to get there. And that's really the thought of today's vlog, is to be so focused on your goal that you go after it like a heat-seeking missile and you just crush it. You take it down. You do what you gotta do. Okay, that's it for the vlog today. Thank you guys so much. Please click subscribe down below. Comment, give me a thumbs up, and oh, I almost forgot I gotta read comments from yesterday's vlog. Okay, I've got one from Kyle and Adina Buckley. Thank you guys for the comment. Actually, I got a couple underneath theirs. The first one was, haha, love this. Thank you so much. Kyle was actually the person that gave me the idea, sent me a message, and I was like, I kind of followed up with, I'll be doing more of these tip videos, and then he replied with, ah man, I'm so glad. And then in all caps, Kyle, you say, I'm going to watch each one of your posts. And thank you for that so much, because it does mean a lot to me. And I'm glad that what I'm doing can be a help to you. Thanks again, Kyle and Adina. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to click subscribe, and I'm out of here. Gotta edit, gotta go. Client work.